Welcome back to Show and Tell Boston. It is I, Mashari the God, and tonight we are highlighting women in media, creatives, storytellers, and voices shaping culture in powerful ways. We're talking authenticity, growth, challenges, and what it really means to build a presence and platform in today's world. So let's get right into it and welcome our panel. Can y'all introduce yourselves to us, please?
I'll start. Hi, everybody. My name is Danielle, Miss Hot Sauce Johnson, and I am the founder and CEO of Spark FM Online, Boston's #1 for urban and Caribbean music. And we also do have the Spark Media Center, a creative event space for those who create.
Fire, you want to take it?
I'll take it. I'm Q. I'm one half of Mary Jane and Munchies, Munchies specifically. I am also known as the Cook Good and Look Good aficionado. With all that being said, here you go.
What's up? Hi, y'all. I'm Stax, also known as 6 Foot Stax. You feel me? I'm a talent manager, community organizer, creative entrepreneur. Born and raised in Boston. Never really had a reason to leave. Super passionate about just supporting the local scene. I do some content, trying to just let people know we got an art scene, we got culture out here. So yeah, that's me.
Hey, I'm Nicole. I am a creative producer, entrepreneur here in Massachusetts. I'm from Brockton. Shout out 508. I also work at the Sound Lab, and I work with a lot of local creatives out here. Um, and I also do like assistant directing. So if you need me on set, let me know.
Delicious, indeed. Ooh, we have like such a variety of media in here, and I love that. Okay, so let's get right into it. Um, did you always envision yourselves being in media, or did media find you?
I'll say, since I was little, I was like, I draw and I do art and stuff. So since I was little, I knew I wanted to do something creative. And I remember always wanting to be like, I want to be the person that makes like billboards.
Mm.
And I love sneakers and just like hip hop culture. So, like, all of that combined, like, when I look back, I'm like, oh, that was like a little seed for me. Like, seeing those visuals and now being a person that works on like commercial shoots and things like that. Yeah, so I guess
That's
I
so
kind of
cool.
knew. I kind of knew.
Okay.
For me, yes and no. I think that from the time that I was small, I've always had a pretty big personality. But I was hell bent on becoming a nurse. And my family really liked that, like a nurse, that's a good, wholesome career. And then when I went to nursing school, it didn't quite work out that way. I ended up switching to communications and really kind of found my voice there. I started doing a lot more public speaking and event curation, and I just enjoyed it so much that it ended up being a part of everything that I was doing. I started out in blogging, but blogging wasn't my ministry because I can't spell and my grammar is terrible. But I could talk really well. So I started out in radio, and then once I got my like in radio, I kind of just never left, and it's been awesome. And to talk all the time and to talk a lot of shit and to inform my
Hell yeah.
community about what's going on. So it just kind of made sense that this is where I ended up.
So it kind of found you.
It found me. Yeah.
Okay. Mm.
For me, a lot of what I was watching allowed me to know that one day it was going to be for me. I was watching Food Network all the time. Oh my God. I just saw a TikTok about this. Like, somebody was like, I was raised on Food Network. I'm not a Disney kid. I'm not a Nickelodeon kid. I'm not even a PBS kid. I'm a whole Phoenici 1000% foodie. So when Food Network was on, I just was like, that's going to be me. That's going to be me. Yeah, so cooking it up was one thing that I knew that was supposed to be public too, because I would be in situations where I would meet these like Food Network stars. Like I met Iron Chef Morimoto, and I
What?
met Bobby Flay in a casino.
Okay.
So I was like, ah. And then my bestie, she talks like a broadcaster anyway. So I was like, this your ministry. I just need to learn how to talk mo, and then because I already know how to cook. Like as a chef, that's the one thing you can kind of like, yeah, if you cooking, just learn how to talk. Yeah, 1+1.
It's a form of cooking.
It's a form like,
Yeah.
but I felt like at some point social media made me realize that I was gonna have to kind of take being a chronically ill chef to the next level. So I kind of was like, it might not be Food Network first, but if you get on these social media platforms and you work it, flip it and reverse it, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah. How about you,
Yeah,
Stax?
I think it's so funny. Nicole was talking about seeds and how you get older and you start to realize, like, oh wait, I there were signs when I was younger that I was probably gonna go into what I'm doing now, and it's funny. I'm like going through my mind and going through the memory bank, and there were definitely. I was definitely supposed to be in this space early on. My mom put me in like every art program you could possibly imagine. I feel like I've been every creative at least once. I tried dance. I tried so many different things, and music was kind of the thing that stuck. And I actually was an artist for a while. Like thought I was gonna do that for the rest of my life. It's the reason why I ended up going to Berkeley and studying full time music. And then God was like, I think we're gonna make you an artist so that you can then support other artists even more. So that's kind of when I switched over to the business side. But with media, like I guess I'm a content creator. That's still like a new title for me. That was random. Like I genuinely, I'm very used to, especially with management, helping other people, develop their brand image. So I had these conversations about marketing and all of that all the time with other artists, but it was never for myself. And then one day I realized, like, man, a lot of people behind the scenes, we have brands too. Like, but people don't think about that. Even if you're a photographer, if you're behind a camera, if you're a manager, like, you have your own individual brand. And once I realized that, that's when Stax came to mind. I was like, okay, I have an identity too. What's my story? What am I trying to do here? I created my own like management firm, and then I was like, I feel like I got a lot of words to share about the city, so I started recording, and then I wasn't expecting it to do as well as it did. I really wasn't. It was actually really overwhelming at the time, but that showed me like it was confirmation that my choice to stay here and for all the reasons that I've been pouring into the community, they're all in support of this greater vision that I still believe in. I still believe, Boston has a lot of potential, and it just needs a little more infrastructure, but it doesn't have a talent problem. There's no shortage of talent. And all these like insane ideas I had when I graduated college, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stay in the city and I'm gonna help put it on the map, just like all these other major hubs. Like it was confirmation that is very real and it is very on the way. But in terms of like content creation specifically, that was very random for sure.
Okay. When did y'all first realize that your perspective and your voices were assets and not liabilities?
I don't know if I know the difference. This has been kind of a tense spot for me because I don't believe that I still know how big my voice is, even though I know I have an idea,
Yeah.
but it doesn't really like manifest itself until I get in trouble most of the times for being outspoken or just saying something, asking questions that might be a little bit off the wall, and then it will go viral, and then people would be DMing me and stuff like this and telling me their stories, and I'm like, how'd you even find that? You know, sometimes I try to hide content that I feel might be controversial, and it just kind of spirals out, and I'm like, I didn't know that what I said had so much impact on everybody. So the question is weird because I don't know if it's a liability or if it's an asset. I think that I use them interchangeably for what works, and I'm learning to allow people to feel how they feel about what I say, but I said what I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the people want to hear from you, clearly.
Yeah,
So that sounds
that's-
like an asset to me.
What do you think? Oh. Maybe you should ask someone else for right now. And then sometimes I just can't help it. Like I'm genuinely interested in something and I see the conversation that starts around. So I consider myself a professional conversationalist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doctor conversationalist.
I feel like once I started like actually talking, I realized I was an asset. It was before being introverted and isolated. I really was a recluse, so I'd be like, today I choose to talk.
Okay.
Today's the day we converse.
Yeah.
Or like, I felt like as a child that would be like, what's it called? Like when you just dump everything on your parent as soon as you get in the car. Like,
Yeah.
And lunch, they put their feet in there today. It tasted so good, and I'll be like, oh, that was trash when I got beat up. Yeah, crazy. Like I would say stuff like that, but it was never to the extent where I used it as manifestation purposes. So I felt like when I was quiet, I wasn't getting anything what I wanted, and I
Yeah.
felt like closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me just start. Let me just say something right here when it actually is relevant at the moment, at the exact time, in the proximity. Hello, I don't think we should do that. That's rituals. Rituals. I was in a camp. I was like, you want me to just have everybody sit together and talk to God? Do you do that outside here? Okay, okay. Everybody don't want to do that. So I realized I had an asset of just communicate how. Just
Yeah.
communicate how.
Did that take practice for you?
So much. I actually lost my speech when I was in my early teens. And I have a lot of issues, kind of like how I sound to people, if it's actually words, if it sounds right. And then I was like, the only thing I could do is like push that to the limit. That's why I got a podcast, and that's why I be cooking. And that's why I teach people how to cook good and look good. I was like, let's just do the impossible. You know what I'm saying? So I had to teach myself almost as if it was like PBS Kids workbooks and, really get myself together. So it was hard, but I got through it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think there's a big difference between using your voice for others versus like just using it for yourself. And oddly enough, recently I realized I'm very comfortable speaking up for other people. Listen, if somebody, if my homie is getting the short end of the stick, I'm the first one to rise up and speak out for other people. I've always been a giver in that way. If I see somebody who doesn't have a voice or isn't as loud, I love being that presence in the room to help amplify other people. I love doing that. The moment where my voice is being used not being attached to other people, it's a lot more vulnerable, because I'm standing up for myself, and that's a very different feeling. Yeah. It took a lot of humbling for me, and very recently actually like deconstructing my whole self to figure out like why is it so much easier for me to use my voice for other people and not for myself. Like it's okay to like that's cool. And I totally resonate with what you were saying about like once you start to see that sometimes your voice and your perspectives create tension.
Yeah.
And if you're not used to receiving like negativity or like negative energy, especially like in large volumes, this is a big reason why I took a break, bro. Like I couldn't handle it. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to hurt these people. Like some people get they start to make comments at you, and they make it personal, and it's like, oh wait, these people like
What happened to you?
what did, oh my god, I didn't mean to do any of this.
Yeah.
So it is very isolating for sure. But I always knew my voice was an asset. I think it was just a matter of getting comfortable with using my voice for just me.
Everything that Stax just said. No, yeah, I feel like I am the youngest of 4 girls. I never really needed to speak when I was younger. They spoke for me.
Yeah.
So like growing up and then coming into my own, I kind of adopted that. It was like if I felt like I was always speaking up for people, or just not, I would say verbally speaking up, but like just making sure they felt like they were seen, I was there, people had support, and I think that's what helps me be a good asset on sets and things like that. But then, like as Stack said, like when it comes to speaking for yourself, that's where I'm still learning that, like, okay, when I am, when it's about me, like right now, like on this panel right now, I'm like, oh shit. Oh fuck, I have to talk about myself. But if I was on set, I can command a set. I can be like, okay, quiet on set. This is a schedule. No, we need to do this. We need to do that. Like, so still finding my own voice in my own world. But when I'm in other people's world, I feel like I just want to make sure that they're good. So it empowers me to have a voice.
I feel that a lot. Actually, my mouth used to get me in trouble. And that was only only when I was in the house. When I was outside, like at school, you couldn't hear a word from me. Quiet, shy, don't look at me. Like, if the teacher called on me to read something, smiling, because that's my, is that my stim? Yeah, that's like my thing, like to get through the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was definitely like, I had questions. I had something to say. But then that would get me in trouble. So then I just learned to not or write it down. That's when I became like a writer. And that's how that, yeah. Welcome, Randi, to the building. Hi. Can you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, what
Hi,
you do.
Everybody. I'm Randi Haskins. I'm the host of Blunt Talk podcast out of Springfield, Mass. And yeah, I'm just a podcaster. I write a little poetry on the side.
Delicious.
I sing for fun. I'm chilling.
Nice. Okay, welcome. Okay, so Danielle, Miss Hot Sauce. You're very spicy. I see why they call you Miss Hot Sauce. So I was all up in your business, and I was on YouTube, right? And I was scrolling through all your things, and I watched all 3 of your series of your alopecia journey. And you had to cut your hair after like 11 years of growing your locks, and like that was such a vulnerable thing to post. Like I don't even know if I could do that.
I didn't know if I could do it either.
But you did it. That was, and I know that like you had a really good sense of humor about it, but I know that it wasn't easy. So my question is, how has that experience affected your self-esteem and how you showed up in media as a woman and as a Black woman?
I think it's still, like, I thought that I was over it once I put the videos out. So it was a 3-part series of me showing people that I was losing my hair, and then the process of me cutting and combing out my locks that were down past my ass. And then it was me getting my first weave. And it was, I remember after every one that I put out, it was another like ball of anxiety that followed me around, because I was always think like, how are people gonna talk about it? What are they gonna say? What is gonna happen now? Like, how are they gonna feel with me? I'm wearing wigs. And this was before, I mean, I came from a natural girl, so I was like, I'm natural, I don't wear wigs. But it was something that I had to really kind of embrace, because it was what it was. It was going to happen. And I think I was more afraid of, again, how people would react to it. Even now, like, like I switch it up every day. I'm surprised I'm not a fiery redhead right now. I could leave here, go home, put on a different one, and go somewhere else. And I think that it really affects me when it comes to guys, though, and dating, because I'm like, like, I wonder how they feel that I've had 3 different wigs on in the last 3 days or 3 hours. And then when I take it off and put on a bonnet, and they're like, I wonder what she's got up under there. I'm like, it's nothing. You know, I'm literally a bald headed scallywag right now. But I've learned to kind of I use humor for everything. Like you said, you smile. I'm a giggler and a laugher. So it really usually kind of takes the tension off. And now that we're in a culture where wigs are lit and you can get them off Amazon already plucked, parted and curled, like it actually is now a fun thing to me. Like, when I go out, I have my party wig. I have my, my everyday. And I think that it has allowed me to be vulnerable, but yet embrace that vulnerability in a lot of different ways. Because, again, coming from having locks all the way down my back to now, like wearing weaves and wigs and stuff, it was a very humbling experience. And sometimes when you're growing a lot, you still need something to kind of humble you. So I've used it to kind of equalize where I am. Like when I feel like I'm getting too big or when I feel like I'm not small enough, I'm like, I already put out the fact that I am going bald and can't nobody really top that. I feel like Eminem in 8 Mile, like if I do it before somebody else gets a chance to do it, then the joke's on you. So now, like, if I ever get into a situation, they were like, oh, you bald something. Yeah, I did that 4 years ago. Like we already talked about that. What's next? And then if you can't find something next, then it's a gotcha moment because now, guns pointed at you and ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Right.
So that's how I usually get through life and just vulnerability is something that we all have to face at some point. Being humbled or humbling yourself is something that we're always going to have to deal with. And, sometimes you can allow it to kind of just push you forward because you're like, if I can rise up through that, then I'm good. I'm good.
So how did your audience respond to that?
Oh, they loved it. Oh my God. I got so many emails and DMs about people telling me about all of their ailments, whether their teeth was wrong, whether they had the same thing, whether they have skin issues and how they've dealt with it. It was an overwhelmingly positive experience. And I value that because I remember when Ayanna Presley came out like a couple years later, everybody sent me her video like, look, she did it too. She did it too. The congresswoman did it too. And I was like, okay, validate me. So I take that experience as, when you have a good support system and you are a genuine person and you're authentic all the way, your tribe will always rise above any noise. And I didn't really feel any of the noise, to be honest with you. It was actually great experience to do
I love that. That's good. Okay. So this question is for everybody. How do y'all deal with imposter syndrome?
Anybody want to go first? 'Cause
Anybody can go.
You got it.
okay, as I try to perform the feeling right now. Damn. Imposter syndrome to me hits like when I'm not caffeinated. I'm like, oh, am I doing it? Are we doing it? Is it done? Or I have the moment of always thinking of imposter syndrome as like a issue that occurs as soon as you're about to make it. I don't think it's anything besides that. Like, you could be like, because Lord knows if I'd be sweating like I'm in a marathon when it happens. So I'd be like, please, Lord, let it be something in the end of this testimony. So I feel like it pops up often in my life, but I be in situations where I like, God hear the prayer, it manifests, then it domino effects into a blessing. Do some fuck shit happen? Hell yes. It happened, it rained down, and sometimes you look up and be like, why is it hard rain, Lord? But I feel like, it toughens the hide, if you will. But I feel like at this point in the game, if you don't push past it, you're just rejecting yourself to what you actually supposed to be doing. So
That's a word.
I do agree. I just say you gotta just go with the flow and you gotta embrace everything that comes along with it. You said something when you said when you get that feeling, that means a blessing is about to happen. And that is a fact because every single time you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be, you're not worthy of everything that you accomplished, God opens your eyes and shows you you're exactly where you need to be at that time. So I had an instance where I felt like that when I started hosting because I never hosted before. And I'm like, Blunt Talk Podcast hosting events? What the fuck is this about? And I felt like I wasn't supposed to be there. But now it's to the point where people like, when they found out I'm hosting, like, oh, that girl's coming? Oh, we're about to have a ball. So it's like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing at the right time. So, yeah.
How did you deal with that, though? How do you, like, get through that?
Girl, you just
You
got to
have, like,
go.
mirror conversations like Issa?
I smoke. I smoke. And I have to go to myself and, like, I might sound crazy, but I'm in my head like, bitch, stop playing.
Yeah.
Bitch, stop playing. Like, why are you going to sit here and self-sabotage right now? And I sit here and I get out of it. It mostly happens because I'm traveling from Springfield all the time.
Yeah.
People don't travel with me. I'm by myself in these unknown spaces with people that don't know me. So that's when it happens the most, where I'm like, who are these niggas? What the fuck? But then I pull out of it, going with the flow, smoking real quick, and I'm back like I never left.
Shout out to weed.
And somebody asked me, shout out to weed. Somebody asked me that I spoke at a school the other day, and a little girl, a student, like some people, little girl, asked me that, and I was just like, once you get on the stage, there's no going back. So whether you want to do it or not, it is go time, and you either be up there and do what you got to do, or you look stupid. So you might as well get it popping because ain't no going back. They give you the mic.
Yeah, I think this might sound like counterintuitive, but for me at least, I got over it by realizing that it's not even about you. Like, Q and I were just talking about this. Like, in my eyes, I had to realize I'm not the main character. Like, what I'm doing is none of this is about me. My story, like, for a while, I put so much pressure on myself, and I was like, okay, I have to lean on my strengths, and I have to be the one to see this through. I have to be the one to, meet everybody's expectations. And then I had to step back. Literally, like, I stopped being outside. This is where I'm slowly coming out of my cocoon. But I had to really, like, take some time to connect with my creator, with my God, and realize that I'm being used. And that for me gave me so much peace to know that I am an instrument in all of this, and these gifts that I have, and you were kind of saying it too, like, these gifts are not because of me. Like, I've been given these things, and this is all in service of a plan that is far much greater than what I think the plan is. And once I surrendered that and surrendered my ego, it made being visible and receiving praise. For me, it was receiving praise. That's when the imposter syndrome kicked in. I was like, this is working, but like, and the thing is, I wanted it to work, and now that I'm seeing it's working, why am I cracking? It made no sense to me. And then I realized, like, yeah, it's because I have nowhere else to put this glory, and I ended up just shooting it up, and I was like, yeah, this is.
I like that.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's not about me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say I try to remember that, like, just because I'm in a room doesn't mean everyone's looking at me. Just because, like, I'm in a certain position doesn't mean it's all on me. As, like, a people pleaser, like, it's very hard to overcome imposter syndrome a lot of the time because I want to be the best for everybody, and if I don't feel like it, I'm just not going to do it at all.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that, like, even 60% is better than 0%. So I try to remember that when I do feel small, or I do feel like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. Even like the other day, I was on a shoot, and the girl, she's talking to me, asking me my experience. I was like, oh yeah, I've been in production for like 8 years on set, and then transitioning into freelance, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, oh my gosh, so you should be doing this, by now. And I'm like, I should be. You's right. So. But I've been in imposter syndrome for so long that like it's
Yeah.
literally like an everyday thing of reminding yourself like you're supposed to be here. So yeah.
And then when you take that step back, if you do, it's just gonna like scratch at you. Like it's like you're not gonna. It's not gonna let up because you know that you're supposed to be doing the thing and you're not doing the thing because the imposter syndrome. And then like the only way to ease it is just do the thing. You know, just do the thing.
You know what's crazy? You just said that, and that's where I'm at right now. I haven't dropped an episode in a month,
Yeah,
and I'm just sitting here like this.
I so feel you.
I have episodes scripted out. I know what I want
Yeah.
to say, but it's just doing it. That's right now. It's just like
Do the thing.
What
Even if you
for?
don't post it, just do the thing. But
Yeah.
don't even if you don't want to post it, don't post it. But like
at least
doing
just do it.
doing it will like yeah.
I find that's often hard though. Like when you, not that you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's just that it's almost like a feeling of unmotivation. Like I
Yeah.
don't really,
It's hard.
I really do. I want to do it, but I don't. I'd rather go take a nap.
You know,
Yeah, that nap.
Yeah, that nap is gonna
A
get
nap
you every
hates to see
time.
me coming.
Yes,
Oh my God.
man.
You know what
It's
else I
sad.
truly think it is too? And I'm gonna insert the big God into this conversation. Like once you, regardless of what you believe in, whatever you subscribe to, universe, energy, God, Allah, there are negative forces that are always gonna try to push up against you and get in the way of you pursuing your purpose. If you, especially, I'm sure all of us here are doing this because we know that this is the assignment that we've been given. And the opposing force knows that and is going to try everything in its power to get in your head and convince you, nah, not today. Maybe I shouldn't post that episode.
that's what I was
And-
just
and-
about to say.
Yo, sometimes it succeeds. Sometimes we
Yeah.
give it that power and it's like it is very difficult to push through that, but I think once you understand the strategy of like, okay, this force, this energy, devil, however you want to define it, is purposely trying to get in the way of my success and my progress.
I feel that so much. Man,
I wanna-
okay.
I just want to add to that because literally, like, as I'm like thinking about what to say, I was like, most of the time, I'm just like, when I feel imposter syndrome and I actually do the thing, I come out of it like, who was that?
Yes.
That was
Right.
God ordering my steps, and I walked through them, and I came out on the side like, oh shit, okay,
Right.
thank you
And
for
I'm
the
like-
help.
Then
Thanks
I'm
for
like,
the
oh, let me
assist."
see what else I can do.
Yeah,
Because like you get like this,
Yeah.
you know, this energy. Okay, Stax, this next question is for you. So I know how much you love Boston community, the art scene, and when I think of like the advocates of Boston, I think of Stax. So
Oh my God.
I think so. Not too long ago, actually, maybe about a year ago, you lent your voice to everybody or everyone 250. Is that what? Everyone 250's projects, and they were highlighting the hidden histories of Boston and the stories. And you mentioned that your grandmother's cafe being the heartbeat of the community. Tell me about that and the impact community has had on Stax the person and Stax the talent manager and artist.
I told you before, you and these questions, man. Oh, I love me good questions.
You know I like to dig deep.
Somebody needs to like study your brain. I love it. I love it. It's so funny because that I didn't write those words. I believe that was a piece written. I forget who it was written by, but I was given those words to recite. But the concept of like, even though it's not necessarily my grandmother, but like my family has ties within this community, especially if we taking it to the actual roots. I am Cape Verdean, so if you really think about it, all my grandmothers, all my family really is like come on, Bavo. They really are the heartbeat of the community. I think it's so funny because going back to this concept of like using voice for others versus using voice for self, I think for a minute my identity was a little lost in community. and because and I was very comfortable with that, like very comfortable with, again, speaking up for others and telling stories of other people. Like I saw myself, and I still see myself as this vessel, this person that is able to be a living, breathing archive of forgotten stories and forgotten people. I love being that, but I think it's tough doing that and showing up for community without having a solid foundation within yourself.
Yeah.
Because then it's the question of like, okay, who are you outside of community? Who are you when community is not part of the picture and it's just you? So actually these past few months that I've been on this hiatus have been a lot about that. Like literally deconstructing myself. I feel like when I thought of Stax too, I thought of all these other things, and I was like, okay, wait, I'm not the city. Like no person is the city. I don't believe in people like carrying it on the back. No, like that is literally impossible. Like physically impossible too. The back would break. And I feel like my back broke at some point for sure. It was a lot of pressure. And I still love this city. I love this community. I definitely went through a period where like it was a little bit of it started to get a little negative in my mind. I was like, all right, what are we doing? I had so many, like, especially once you start to see the pain in the city, I received a lot of energy that was like just people who are very traumatized, and I was like coming in with light. I always try to show up with light in any space, and for me, like, showing up for community is pouring light into it. Whatever areas of darkness that you find, doing whatever you can to bring solutions and light to the situation and to the people. And for some reason I was doing that, and like people were giving me darkness and I couldn't wrap my head around it. So I was like, well, I have pure intentions here, and then I found out a lot of people have left this city, or a lot of people have become jaded with this city because they've experienced the same thing. They'll try, and like, I don't know if it's just a Boston thing in particular. I'm sure this is not just like, just our city, but for some reason, like, people will try and bring about so much change, and they'll be met with the complete opposite. And so I had to sit with that, and I'm still sitting with that. But I'm blessed to say that, like, I still lead with love and understanding, and I think that's the key to really like doing community work. It's not getting lost in the negative beliefs or the negative opinions or the people who don't want to see change, which I also am still trying to figure out. Like, there are people who actively do not want to see things get better. They're very happy with being complacent. They're very uncomfortable with change. And this city has so much history, and it's such a complex thing with Boston in particular. But I've always been a community-oriented, family-oriented person. It's the reason why I decided to stay. I literally feel like wherever I go, people guess that I'm either from New York or from Boston. So like, it's literally a part of my identity. I wouldn't be, as much as I am, my own person for sure. I also, none of us would be who we are without our communities and the people who've surrounded us.
Yes, that was a great answer. Thank you.
Thank you
All
for
right.
asking.
Of course. So this question is for everybody. We're going to talk about friendships, and we're going to keep it real. Okay? So this doesn't happen often, but every now and then I'll come across a mean girl, not a fan, or a little, a little frenemy, a little, a little hater. And that kind of makes it hard. Like, that makes it challenging to establish and maintain like genuine friendships, like real friendships. So in this industry, in media. So when or if that happens to you, how do you handle that? Like, do you let it go or do you address it?
Oh my God. I feel like I have to quiet the violence in my head because I don't even be around them type people. So I address it. I do my best to catch it at before it even get popping harder. I've had times where staff have not been respectful towards one another, and I'm like, well, you gonna say something for yourself? Because just y'all fight, y'all fighting each other. Okay, so then you have to interject and be like, so can you not talk to our fellow brethren like that? Like, find the precise wording, because what I want to say is, don't be on that fuck ass shit. Like,
Yeah.
You stupid as hell for that.
Yeah.
You know you trying to get his money, you acting funny, and nobody is trying to run that track like that. None of us. So I have to do it in a very temperamented way. Sometimes I have to pull people to the side and be like, so is you playing in my face? Like, are you actively doing that in front of all the people and you're not working? Shouldn't do that. I would tell somebody.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be these hands, because I'm usually having to put my hands to my backside and be like, it's going to be somebody else, not me. You know me. So, yeah, I face it head on, because it's harder when
Nip
you
it
don't.
in the bud. Yeah. Okay. How about y'all?
I feel like I would say the same. I think that for me, I've been lucky to not encounter that too much. Like my friends would always say, be like, oh, like Nicole always chooses the good friends. So like I haven't I don't know, maybe I have like a gift of discernment a little bit when it comes to that. I don't know about men, but when it comes to friends, I haven't run into that too much. And also, I didn't really have a creative community until I started working with more local artists, and then I found the Sound Lab. It was kind of just like I was the creative of my immediate friend group from high school and even college. I was the only real creative person. They were creative in their own ways, but so for me, whenever I was in those spaces, it was always for work or an event where I'm working or something like that. So I haven't really encountered that too much, but I have seen it happen around me, and nipping in the bud as soon as you see, if you don't like something, don't go around it. I don't know, that's just how I am.
Yeah.
If I don't like somebody or something, I'm just not gonna be there. Or
That
I
makes
can
sense.
have a wall where I got manners, but I don't gotta like you. I don't gotta hang out with
Exactly.
you, but we can be in the same space and do work. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Anyone else want to chime in? Up to y'all.
With the space that I'm in at this present time in my life, I'm nipping everything in the bud. If I don't feel comfortable, if I feel like you're being funny, if I feel like you being shady, I'm snipping that shit off, because I don't have the energy, the space, or the want, or the need, or the desire to waste my energy on fuck shit. Okay? So in my creative space, I have had the pleasure of not having that happen, because I say to myself, I work from home. I record out my house. The only time I'm around other people is when I'm out doing events and stuff. And then from there, it's already a respectable situation. They know that I'm professional. They know I'm about my business. So there's nothing to really, But in my 9 to 5, them bitches be trying it. And I said I work from home. But you can remotely catch his hand. Because who is you typing at like that?
Right.
So in the space that I'm in,
Yeah.
keep it cute on the motherfucking keyboards, bitch.
Right.
I won't say often, but I have heard that people have said that I'm not a girl's girl, and I get offended. I get completely offended, because if you know me and if you are a girl, I will go out of my way to make sure that you rise above any of these niggas. So when people do that, it's usually, again, over the internet, because I've never encountered those people in real life. And it really goes back to, if I say something on social media that people don't like, then they want to deem me, because women on social media are beyond reproach, and you can't say anything to a woman that is anything. So I try not to go back and forth with that's a lie. I go back and forth with people all the time, because and I try to keep it cute, but sometimes I got to choose violence on purpose because I find that oftentimes I try to, like be the bigger person. And oftentimes being the bigger person is really kind of giving people permission to continue to disrespect you. So sometimes I feel like if I don't check you where you stand, then that's always going to be a reoccurring problem. And I've seen that. When I've let things slide a lot, people keep on nipping and they keep nipping because they think that you have to be professional and all kinds of stuff. And in my line of work, I feel like I'm always having to be super professional. Like, I went from people calling me hot sauce when I had my podcast, Henny and Hot Wings, to now people referring me to Danielle or, whatever. And I'm like, don't forget how I got here. I got here by always speaking up for myself, speaking up for others, making sure that my community knows what's going on. And a lot of times you get hit with the negativity because it's like, I don't want that to happen. I'm not into change. It's good how it is. It's going to figure itself out. And I get very frustrated with that because I'm not trying to be a bully, but I do want people to understand that there's more things out there and that we don't always have to settle for mediocre bullshit all the time. And maybe if you just come out of your shell a little bit, you might be able to rise above other foolishness. But this is probably the reason why I am having a diss track to Boston one day because I've been talking about it for a year and you hit it on the head. I love my city. I was born and raised here. I bleed green, blue, red, white, whatever colors, yellow, black, whatever. I am a Boston girl 100% of the way. But sometimes Boston frustrates the shit out of me because it's like we're always okay with mediocre bullshit. And if we are such a little city with such a big ego, you guys have got to want more for yourselves, want more for your community, and want more for what's going on here. And when I try to voice those opinions, it comes off maybe mean girlish. But listen, I'm a girl's girl to the max. And I know people say, if you girl's girl, you don't got to say it. I'm going to say it each and every time. If a girl wants something that I have or information that I have, I don't care who you are. I will not gatekeep anything. I like to make myself an example, and if I could figure it out and you want to do it, let me know. I got you. I'll take you completely to the top.
Can I
Y'all
say
heard it.
something?
You heard it.
Can I say
True.
something?
Okay. Yes.
I know we all
heard
have
it.
our own personal view, but as of lately, with how people are acting and people's energies, I feel like it's okay to not be a girl's girl and be a girl's girl to girls that are girls that are girls to you.
Right. That part
Say
right
it.
there.
You're right.
That part right there.
You're very right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't got to be
You dropped the
kumbaya.
bar.
I just wanted to say that because some people get the idea of you have to be a girl's girl, and I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
Girls are shady. We know this.
Yeah.
So why am I gonna give you all my positive energy and you giving me dust?
Right.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to go lower.
I know. Sometimes you gotta take it to hell. Just a little bit. Just a step. No evidence. Anyways, Randi, this question is for you. So you are another one. I was all up in your business on the webs. I love it. Like you're so entertaining and like so refreshing to watch. I feel like watching you, we're on FaceTime. Like, it's like a FaceTime call. What is my question? So some would say that like having a 9-to-5, working from home, being a mom of 2, like doing a podcast on your own, like no team. Some would say that could cause burnout. How would you respond to that?
Sister, I'm burnt the fuck out now. Where's my camera? I'm burnt out now. I just said I ain't post a video in a month. Sister, this job got me working like a slave. They said that in it.
Yeah.
I'm still in it. But on some real shit, I don't know how to handle burnout. I get in these spaces where some people call it seasonal depression. I don't think it's seasonal depression for me. I genuinely feel like I am fucking tired.
Yeah.
I have 2 kids. One's a gymnastic girly. The other's a soccer boy. I have a podcast. I have a radio show.
Yeah.
I work literally 9 to 5:30. Sometimes pulling overtime because I need to upgrade my equipment.
Yeah.
I need that weed. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I need it at the end of the day. So it's a lot. So I try to pace myself. So what I did was to try and get out of my burnout right now is I'm an iPad girly. Okay. So I redid my Blunt Talk podcast scripting. I redid my radio show scripting so that I have a better brainstorming paper, if you will. I started to journal more because I need to release these feelings because one, it is super awkward being a solo podcaster.
Yeah.
People think I'm a fucking nutcase. It's me and a camera, and I'm just talking. Like, I'm just talking. And so that gets overstimulating because do people see me? Do people like it? Am I wasting my time? I just had a flashback. I'm 7 years in. What?
That's great.
Wow.
Like, it's like time is flying by, and it's like I sometimes don't feel like I see something for it.
Yeah.
So to get out of burnout, I just have to rebrand and rebuild and rescript and get out of my own head. Because if I wasn't seen, I wouldn't be doing things like this.
That does
If people
help.
didn't like it,
That's
I wouldn't
true.
get what you just said.
Exactly.
You know?
Because it's true. Like, you definitely give homegirl vibes. Like, I want to watch, I want to hear, I want to see you. You know what I mean? So,
Thank you. I really
you'll get out of
appreciate
the
that.
suit. You'll get out
I
of the
will.
suit. Let's talk about love a little bit, guys. I know. Oh, God.
Oh my gosh,
Lord. Okay. So, have you ever dated someone who couldn't handle how busy or visible you are? And how did that go?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's a problem for
Yeah.
them. And then I realized it later on, but yeah, it's a big problem. I think sometimes it's an identity crisis that they have, or if they didn't make it themselves in some type of way, and then they start looking at how you doing well, and then they unpack what they didn't do well again.
It's intimidating.
But it don't
To them.
have to be.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like they confuse the hard work with the replaceability of a man.
Yes.
And I don't understand that because I never said I'm gonna work and I don't need a man, but it comes out to them as like I don't need a man, I work. So like it's like, but we're not in the 50s and it's inflation and
Yeah.
and the inflation don't be like having no sense of patience with us. It just keep going higher and higher. So unless you got David Banner money, you know what I'm saying, and you established fine, good looking black man later on, I don't know what you did with your last 30 years. Your failure has nothing to do with my success. Do your best with that one. Walk away with your head held high, black man. I don't know, because it goes down to how they were raised too. Because it's like, why did women make you feel inferior when it is? And I don't even be balling either. I just eat well. I just be like, yeah, I just got like some Alaskan king crab. What?
Yeah.
Okay. You want some? Is that why you said what? Like, they hear so much something like belittling, and I don't understand that. So yeah.
There's something about the fragility of the male ego.
You just
That
took the
needs-
words out my fucking
just
mouth. You
saying.
saw me? I was
No
trying to say
shade,
it cute.
guys.
Sorry.
Just saying.
Trying to say it cute, but I
Yeah.
was like, ooh,
We
they
don't
be
got-
so ego. Like,
I don't have.
it's not even about it being fragile, right? It's about what I'm realizing because I'm trying to build a family, right? I got 2 kids, so I'm trying to be a family woman. There's a lot of things that people don't understand with what that comes with. You may piss me off, and I want to be like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Tonight is not the night. Like, it's not the time for that. But me trying to be a wife, I can't do that. I have to, like, stroke your ego a little bit. And as an independent woman, that's hard a little bit because it's like, bro, like, you don't stroke my ego like when I
Hello?
need stroking, but I'm just supposed to, like, baby you real quick. No, like, what the fuck? So it comes to a point where you have to make a decision where you have to grow as a woman at some point, right? You have to understand that not everything needs to be said. There's more power in less words than more. And that's where I'm at right now. Because if I don't say it, I know God is going to make something come in your head and be like, that was really dumb, right?
Yeah.
And then you're going to come to your senses by yourself, and then maybe we can have a conversation about it. But me nagging you does nothing for the process. It actually gets, that's why they say, black women are unbearable, or whatever they say. Sorry, did you hear that? They say black women are unbearable sometimes or hard to love sometimes. It's because we have so much to say because we want you to do better. But it's like that nagging to you is me just tearing you down a little bit. So I'm gonna let you figure it out, but I'm gonna be like the back person. Like I'm gonna hold your back up. I'm gonna whisper what to do in your ear, but I'm gonna have to let you figure that shit out. It's so fucking backwards.
That shit is so much work.
Draining.
Yeah. Tomatoes. Hella tomatoes. All the tomatoes. Oh my God. How about y'all?
A little different perspective too. I do feel like when you're in the dating world and you have such a forward facing, profession or out there, I do believe that sometimes men get very comfortable with you being independent. They get comfortable with knowing that you're going to be okay regardless. So it often makes them not do what they're supposed to do and make you feel like how you're supposed to. Because if you're always fine without them, I feel like they don't feel like you need them in a way. And I think for boss women or women that are in these types of roles, I think we need that more than everything, because we're always the boss. We're always making the decisions. We're always, all.
Turn my brain off. Can I turn my
okay.
brain off? Can I go like this?
Men
And
are
be
always
dumb?
talking about, I want to be submissive. I want you to lead. You can boss me around once we get home. So I need that type of confidence in a man to understand that, okay, I run a whole radio station in the daytime, but when I go home, I'm a little baby. All right, I'm a little baby. I'm a soft angel butterfly. I want to be talking to. I want you to hold me. I want to sit on your lap, like all of those things. And I feel like when you are a boss, sometimes that kind of glosses over them, like, oh, you got this. No, I don't. I don't have it.
Honestly,
I'm tired.
I need an adultier adult.
Yes, I need you to be a boss. I need you to outboss me.
Yeah.
And that's just very frustrating too, because I feel like entrepreneurship and being a creative is very, very lonely at times, because you're always in your own head, and sometimes you really just kind of need that homie, that friend, that lover, all of those things. So it's hard. It's hard. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get past it, but I got good faith. I got faith, but it's gonna happen.
I really pray that all these attributes and qualities that we're talking about, that they find each and every one of you. I don't know if it's an age thing, but my perspective is so different. And I'm often told that, like, I come off as being like an optimist or like very positive, but I truly maybe I just got lucky. I think, and it's funny because I grew up seeing between my parents. Maybe actually that might be it. Like, I saw exactly what it looks like not to have a healthy relationship. I saw, and thank goodness for my mom being so vocal and making it clear, no, this is wrong. This is wrong, and this is right, but that's definitely wrong. And so it gave me a lot of clarity as I grew older as to what I should be looking for and not necessarily what a healthy relationship looks like, because I never saw that.
Right.
But she definitely gave me, I saw an example of what the opposite. And so I'm very blessed to be in the healthiest relationship I've been in. I'm very young too, so I'm still very new to the world and whatnot. But I think
you gotta find them when you're young.
my concept of age too is very interesting, because like in my mind I've always been told that I'm like wise beyond my years or whatever, and we were talking about how like when you were younger you had these very advanced thoughts. And so, and even now, like certain positions I play, certain roles I play, like I'm very young to be doing some of the things that I'm doing, and for people to like look up to me and all of these things. So my concept of age is a little skewed, but I do think I've come to the conclusion that with any problem, communication is usually the root of it. And I think about, the men's, and like in the situation that you're describing, sometimes I feel like we know exactly what it is. Like, we know, I hear y'all, we know exactly how we feel. But it could be a matter of just communicating that and going the extra mile. I feel there's a lot of misunderstanding when things are assumed, and it's like, I have this expectation for you to show up in a certain way, but I haven't communicated it because in my mind I've communicated it, but you're not getting the message. And so I hope that we can communicate more with each other between the genders. I feel like if there's space for open, honest, transparent not just communication, because you can communicate, but then comprehension is a whole other part of it.
That part right there.
Being able to actually listen.
Ooh.
Like,
Double seed up on a Tuesday now.
Ooh.
they go hand in hand, and I really pray that like you all are surrounded by, not just with your intimate relationships, but in general, the people you work with, your friends, that you're surrounded by people who really hear you, see you, but also understand you.
I do want to say, because you said 2 C's, communication and comprehension, but I'm going to say this, right? You also have to find the person that loves you with your love language and you love them back, because we could be loving each other how we think that you want to be loved, and it's only miscommunication because that's not your language. And I don't feel like people understand and take that into account, that that is a big part of a healthy relationship. What I do also want to add, to answer your question, low-key, I didn't answer your question, but to answer your question, sometimes that person's not your partner. If you cannot love me in all that I am, with all my crazy creative mind, and you do not support me as much as I will support you, you're not for me, because my king is going to support me and do all the things that it is needed to support my craft. I'm going to do that for him too. It shouldn't be a power struggle or a love struggle. Right. This is who I am. Accept me or leave me. Sometimes it's hard for us females to grasp that concept. Letting go is very hard. It's very hard, and that comes at, like, as you get older, you realize, I just don't have the bandwidth for it anymore. So you learn to let go easier. But I feel like you really have to love language and know your partner, and really just say, we can love each other, but we're not good. You're not my man.
And recognize a pattern. Girl, recognize a pattern, okay? Recognize. Nicole, let's move on to you.
I don't have too much, but I was going to basically say everything Hot Sauce said. Everything. Like, just being independent and being able to take care of yourself don't mean that I always want to take care of myself.
Yes.
And then also everything that she said about, like, love languages, because like, my job looks fun. I get to be outside. I shoot events. Now I'm on sets doing like, yeah, it looks fun, but that doesn't mean that I still don't need my outside time and my quality time, like my support network through my partner. Just because I'm being supported by the community doesn't mean I don't need that from them.
Yes, because that's a whole different feel.
Can I check us real quick too, though? Because I feel like we focusing on, you know, the other, but I feel like it's also important for us in our fields to understand boundaries. And I'm speaking from experience, because, you know, the whole, you know, you got to be outside and you got to do this and this is my lifestyle. But, you know, we also have to make time, and we also have to, I think the toughest part, at least for me, was like, you know, there were certain things, especially networking and making connections, that line could get really, and then what time are you taking meetings now? You know what I mean? Like, and I had to be comfortable with being like, yeah, I respect the fact that makes you uncomfortable, and because I love you, I'm gonna respect that, and I'm gonna have a cutoff, even if it's something of value, even if it's an event that's going till 2 a.m., you know, like, just being cognizant of, like, each other's love languages, each other's boundaries. That's such a big thing. Yeah, big B.
I feel
And
that.
do whoever you with got a uncle or father or something? Since they so nice.
We'll talk.
We'll talk when the cameras turn off. So navigating the industry of media, have you ever felt like you had to work harder or be louder to get the recognition or respect that you feel you deserve, just being a woman in this industry? Duh.
Yes. I I started in fashion. It was a lot of women. It was a lot of white women who needed a mom to help. So cool, great. then transitioning to a space where it is mostly men, realizing that the microaggressions that you feel as a black woman from white women are sometimes the same
Yep.
from men of all races. So I definitely had to learn how to put my foot down, not to, someone said, I think you said this earlier, but like sometimes having to like on purpose, just like not be confrontational, but like
Sometimes you gotta be a bitch.
assertive. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta be that bitch
Yes.
or a bitch.
And
Fuck it.
I will say again, shout out to the Sound Lab. Like being there definitely helped me learn that. Like the teammates and leadership there was like, no, what Nicole said is what's happening. Because there would be a lot of people coming in there, oh, I've been in Sound Lab for years, I can do what I want, oh, I got this discount, No, I was put in this position to make sure that things are actually going in order. So you're going to listen.
Come on.
So like that's something that I still like have to remind myself, like, oh, I need to assert myself at this moment. Like I have to like wake myself up and stop being so like
Yeah.
nice and oh, everything can be fine. Like, so yeah, it's something that you have to practice, and it's a muscle that you have to
It is.
continue to build.
It is. And I find that sometimes, but like when you're about your, like when you're specific about the things you want, when you're not easy to manipulate, then it's like, calm down, it's okay. No, I don't want to calm down. Because I give a fuck about this. Like, you know what I mean? How about y'all?
I mean, I have a staff of 35, and majority of them are males. And for the most part, I do get a lot of respect, but there are microaggressions too sometimes when I'm making, making a statement or I want things to go a certain way. I can tell that there's a little apprehension on their part because most of them are, my peers, people that are my age, and now I'm elevated to this boss role. And I remember like a couple of instances where I've like gone out of town and left my second in command or my third in command in charge, and when I came back it was changed. And things like that piss me off because why did you think that I gave you all these directions and you thought that somehow you knew better than me and you changed them? And I felt like in those types of moments, that's when it kind of, I wouldn't say hurt me to be a woman, but if I was a man, it probably wouldn't have happened that way. And a lot of times, even working with people outside of the station, like I hate to have to do that sometimes, but sometimes I have to send a mail to, start the conversation and then come in after just so that we can establish, like, hey, at the end of the day, I make the final decision. And I know that I wouldn't have gotten this conversation with you if you didn't see that I had males supporting me at the same time. And that gets very frustrating because it's why you can't just do what I asked you to do. Like why somebody had to go into place and do it. I found that with a lot of, where we have a Caribbean aspect of us, a lot of Caribbean artists too. Like, I can't talk to them. I got to literally put a man there to have those conversations because for them talking to me, it's like, who's the real boss over there? Fine. I don't want to deal with you anyways. So here is this person. You can talk to them how you want to, but I hope that you understand that they're going to come ask me first before anything goes down. And if I say no, it's no. They have no pull. So it is microaggressions. It is sometimes having to get creative with how you address certain situations. But at the end of the day, I feel steadfast in knowing that I write the checks. You're not going to get it if it doesn't come from me. And this is your liaison. But at the end of the day, I put the stamp of approval on this. So it's a little bit of weird space, but I'm okay with relinquishing that type of power if it gets me to where I need to get.
I'm just going to add on to that and what I said. Also, when you say something, no one listens. But then when a man says something a month later, oh, that's a good idea.
Oh my God.
Excuse
really?
me.
That right there,
I
just said
I'm
that.
gonna start writing shit down.
literally.
That happens in like
Put it
the
in writing.
commercial world a lot. Like, okay.
That just triggered me. Okay. Okay. Nicole, question for you. So you've stated in a different interview that your father taught you and your sisters a lot. And you know how to change a car tire better than me, girl. I can't change shit. A car tire, brake pads, like what?
I be doing shit.
So with that type of like growing up, like being so hands-on, does that help you now being in an industry with like this male-dominated director, producer lane that you're in?
Yeah, definitely helps me for sure. Like just the little things of being on set and things need to move quickly. So you can't always wait for someone who's able-bodied to carry something. Or it's like, okay, like I'm gonna go do this and get this done. Like, oh, I'm not a delicate flower.
Yeah.
I was hired for a reason.
Yeah.
Like I can do things. And my dad like did that specifically because he was like he had 4 girls, so he was like, y'all need to know how to do everything yourselves because ain't no man gonna tell my daughter what to do. And then also the aspect of and he also did a lot of like he got into real estate by just like buying houses and flipping them and stuff. So he would always say like, if you know how to do this yourself, you don't gotta pay somebody to do it. So that definitely was like subconscious, like through in my mind throughout my whole life, my whole career. So like I can shoot, I can do lighting, I can do set design, I can AD, I can produce. Like you can put me on a set and I can do any role.
You're an asset.
Yes, I can be an asset. So
Yeah.
it helped in that way. It definitely didn't help when it comes to delegating. That's probably like my biggest challenge. I'm starting to overcome that a little bit more now that I'm in more director roles because you have to have those extra hands to get things done. But like managing at the lab and things like that, there would be a lot of times where I'm just like, I'll just get it done. But just because you know how to do everything doesn't mean you should.
Exactly.
So that's
A
what I
bar.
learned.
Okay. All right. This question is for everybody. If you were not working in media, what do you think you'd be doing?
Playing The Sims. Oh, girl. Playing The Sims down with my mods. Fuck you talking about? Like, what? I'm just joking.
You
not
love
seriously.
Sims.
No, but I really do. Like, I have gotten back into my journaling bag and my like bag of just playing Sims and Enzoy. The girls that no, Enzoy's where it's at, okay? And Animal Crossing. I just got a new Switch. That's where I'm at, okay? I think I would, in travel. I think I would definitely want to travel. I feel like, I know I'm only 31, and I still have time. But it's just like,
Would you be a travel vlogger? I could see you doing that.
shaking my
I
ass
can
on the
see
beach
that.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Ass on the beach a little bit.
You're right. That is
Twerking
still
in the
media.
hand.
That's still media. That doesn't count. Hold on.
So, well, it is.
Right.
I don't know. I would just be to myself, just poetry and playing games. I would be MIA.
How you gonna survive?
I don't.
What would you be?
You don't want to. And playing. I mean, and working my job. But like again, this is my second job. Like I'm doing this because I love podcasting. I don't have to. I'm not getting paid. All my paychecks go to it. Okay. I'm trying to make it out the hood. I don't live in the hood, but I'm trying to make it out. Okay. So I think I would just be doing what I do, like working my 9 to 5 and being a girl.
Okay.
Makeup lashes, video games.
That's cute shit. I like that. Yeah.
I'll be somebody therapist. Not even on purpose. Just being like, I just walked in and I was like, I'm going to be a therapist. And then I went to school for it. Yes, I'll be one of them. And I would be eating good somewhere doing some eat, pray, love. I'd probably be right now. I'd be like, fuck work. You know what I'm going to do? I got 20K stack. Let's go to Africa. My people. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the Caribbean or both. I don't know how much. $20,000 gonna take somebody who's a therapist and ain't got no kids. But if I ain't got no kids and I got $20,000, I'm making it well. I'm up. I'm up.
Yeah. Already winning.
I would have a dog sanctuary.
Okay.
If you know me, you know my dog Sparkle. 2 years ago, I got him, and I literally fell in love with dogs. Period. I would be a dog walker. I would go to the white people's house in the suburbs because they charge a lot. They pay you a lot, and I would do 20 to 30-minute walks with their dogs and put them back in the house. And that's what I would do for a living. So if this don't work, that's exactly what I'm gonna do, and I'll probably open a dog daycare, so that my dog can play with things. Because listen, if I had known about dogs prior to having a child, I probably would have. And now I love my child. I love my baby. Shout out to him. I love my baby. But, like, I was never one of those girls who's like, oh, I need to be a mom. I wanted to be a rich auntie from the time ever. So now that I now am able to experience kind of the unconditional love of a dog, it is awesome.
Well, listen,
It
I'll
is
come
awesome.
drop off my Coda baby to you. Because
Yes.
sister, when I walk in the house, he over here putting his nose on my ankles. I'm like, get away! Stop!
Like, I'm glad for things like this because he's been up my ass for the last he's just been really on it, and I'm like, I'm gonna drop you off at a shelter for a couple of 2 minutes, but I'm gonna come back for you. But for right now, I need a break, bro. We can't go on another walk right now. It's not walk time. Yeah, exactly. I threaten him all the time. You are, shelter. I know I wouldn't be able to survive without, with ever thinking that he could, because they literally are they are your family. But, so that's what I would do. I would just kind of just be walking dogs. And then when I'm done, I would go home and plan a trip somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cute.
I love my son.
Man, I actually really don't like dogs unless it's like unless it's like a small one. I can't handle. Do you have a small dog or a big dog? Oh, okay.
Aw.
Okay. No. Do you like animals? See, I never grew up with a pet in the crib, for real. So I feel like, no, we already had too many kids, so it didn't make sense to have more kids. And so I feel like I never grew up understanding, like, that bond. Like, some people have that, like, it's their child. Like, I've seen that, like, people cry over animals. I'm like, wow. Like, I've never had that relationship to any animal. Like, I see a dog. I've definitely called dogs ugly before. Like, when I'm a little, I don't do that with,
No shame.
no.
No shame.
Was it actually ugly, or were you just being a hater?
No. It was.
It was probably ugly.
It was old.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm picturing. That's what I'm picturing.
See, that's what I say. I would never do that to people. I would never.
Wow.
Man, if I weren't doing media, anything media related, in my head, that world means no phone. It means I'm not like. Yes, we're going off grid. You know how peaceful that is
That's
to just
true,
not
though.
have to be online and people don't know where you are. That stress of like
Peace.
being present. I would be in the wilderness, I don't know where, somewhere with a lot of trees, somewhere with open grass.
Yeah.
I don't do drugs, but
And
hey,
shrooms.
I support
And
it.
shrooms.
I support it. Listen.
Yeah.
Not for me, but hey.
I've never tried it yet, but
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
do you?
Yes.
Microdosing, huh?
I'm not a microdoser. I don't. Yeah, take me there. Take me through there.
She taking a
Yeah, I need a trip. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
I don't know why I associate the wilderness with shrooms. So
Because they grow there.
Yeah.
I feel that. I hear that. It's a plant. It's a plant.
It is, right. It is a plant.
Yeah.
Highway, get your ass in the car.
branches in your hair, just kind of frolic,
feel I be doing some like yoga. I love me some like just
Sitting in the
slow,
sun.
peaceful move. Yes, my math teacher used to say she used to sit by the window and say, "I'm photosynthesizing." And back then we would make fun of her like, "Girl, you are not a plant. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?" I understand.
Right.
I'm trying to photosynthesize. Shout out Miss Antuna.
Yeah, take me with you. Okay.
I would be a fine artist. I have been drawing since I was little. Got into painting. My mom got me a whole like teacher who taught me and all that stuff. So
You're incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
it was like not really a secret, but it wasn't something I was doing a lot. Like after high school, yeah. I was kind of just drawing on my own, like keeping it to myself. And then last year for my birthday, I did an art show for the first time.
What?
And I was like, hey guys, I draw. And people liked it. So thank you. Thanks. I know Sambo's like, you got to do another one, Nicole. It's Nick Cella.
Wow.
I was like, chill, kid. Like, shout out to the lab for letting me do that for free. But yeah, I would be an artist. Yeah, I started. So I'm gonna be selling more art. Nicole RDS ART. Follow my Instagram.
What does the
Buy my
RDS
shit.
stand for?
What was that?
Nicole RDS. What's the RDS?
Oh,
for?
so that's my full name is Nicole Rock De Silva.
Oh.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
yes,
I always wanted to ask that. I was like,
Yeah.
is that some media thing or? Okay.
I definitely thought it was you being like Nicolards.
Yeah, everybody, people will call me that.
Right,
They'll
right,
call
right.
me Nicole Nerds, and I'm like, yeah, that's me.
I didn't
guess.
know it was an actual acronym, bro.
Nerds, NRDS. That's my initials.
Okay. All right. Q, Munchies, this is for you. All right. So I can imagine being a military brat is an experience. And having to adjust in different environments and, it has its pros and cons. So you've mentioned on your podcast, Mary Jane and Munchies, shout out to that, that you live with social anxiety and epilepsy. So being that you're a cannabis activist, how has weed helped you feel more settled as someone in media, like in your body, but like just dealing with the world?
As the sirens pass by. Look, let me Ray Charles this. Look, so honestly, it's been a battle. I said earlier I did learn how to speak again and stuff like that. So I would say that it's so hard because I'm thinking about every time I didn't have to go through it. It's been really interesting trying to like make sure that I don't be my own stereotype. Like I have had to smoke more weed than everybody in this room, blowing down like Snoop and them. I don't know where my money is. It's all in the weed. It is. I ain't gonna lie. I can't have no children or a dog because that's where it is. I'm still, I eat. I said children and. No. See, I can't even think that hard because I already know I'm picking me.
Yeah, as
I'll
you
be
should.
like, y'all was talking about the shelter earlier. Goodbye, little one.
Shelter?
You're safe here now. Bye-bye. Up here rolling up in the car and crying. He was a good dog. He's in a good place. Yes, he's safe. Can you reinstate the question?
How has cannabis helped you be more settled and at home in your body and in media?
Okay. So as far as my body, I went to have probably 15 seizures a day.
Wow.
A day.
Damn.
A day. No, girl, I have family. No, I lived like. God is good. He
Yeah.
ran up all through me. I feel
Oh,
him
wow.
as we speak now. 15 a day to having 15 a week to having 15 a month to having. It's just like slow.
Wow.
It slowed down. I would say that cannabis covered every part of where I was like, where am I gonna be able to like live? You know what I'm saying? How am I gonna have a job?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, please, bless the cannabis, please. Like, so I was like, so I started taking Rick Simpson oil, which is like with the Parkinson's patients and cancer patients taking. I was like, I just need to be able to work, Lord, please. It's Boston. You can't have no money. So I'm serious. You know it's expensive here.
Yeah.
I'm
Too
from the South,
expensive.
so it's like, God, I don't want a shack to live in. Like,
Yeah.
so, a little, I mean, I could, but I think that living in an apartment first, you got to start somewhere. Straight to tiny home. Through media, I've been able to hone in actually people's focuses. Like, sadly, I feel like cannabis is always like stereotyped to be like a downer, and it's supposed to make you be always couch potato-y, and it's make you feel like this and that. We got indica and sativa.
Which one are
and a
you?
hybrid.
Which one are you? Indica or sativa girl?
Indica, because I'm laid back. I gotta keep it there.
In the couch.
Right there, because
Indeed.
if you go anywhere else, I feel like sativa make you skinny. I don't like it. I like to keep that ass on me. I'm serious.
You need
It's
to keep a little
important
piece
for
of
my-
ass on you.
It's the diet. It do. And if you take out a little bit of the nicotine, you even better. Like, if you don't spliff it, you keep them hips in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm serious. Every so often, life gets strong and really stressful. You got to put the spliff in. But if you want to keep that ass on you, that's how I've been able to handle keeping indica and keeping that ass.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Indica and ass. All right. So after this question, we're actually gonna take a little weed break. I gotta pee. So, what? This is for everybody. What is the wildest DM or email? Stax face. What's the wildest DM or email that you've ever received because of your work or just being in the public?
I haven't received any DMs, but I was bringing my son to school, and somebody was like, "Butt talk." I was like, I'm in front of the elementary school, bro. And at that moment, I was like, oh shit, people see me a little bit, and it was weird. But that was the only weird thing ever. I don't.
Okay. Nothing for y'all.
Okay, so outside of like, there's always the guys, trying to slide. Oh no, I've never received a photo. I've never received a photo.
Thank
No.
God. You don't wanna
They
receive that.
try to shoot the shots. Outside of that, honestly, so first of all, I didn't know that you could respond with videos in comments on threads. Like you can, instead of typing a comment, this is very different. So you see somebody's face and they're talking to you. And so basically, like, one of the formats I would do for my video is like putting screenshots of people's comments. If I'm referring to something like how the city feels, I'm gonna put the comments on it so you can see exactly what people are saying. And this lady felt some type of way. I was literally playing in my mind, and I felt bad because, again, this is somebody I've never met before, a complete stranger. She saw that I screenshotted one of her comments. And if she sees this, oh my God, girl, I did not mean it like that. Like, but I went back and forth with her in the comments because she was like, don't ever like use my words. That's not what I meant at all. Even though like I knew,
Make it make sense.
intention versus impact. I can agree if I misunderstood the intention, but the words are there. Like you can't fake a comment, and it's for public use. So I can put it on a video. And she like came at me in the comments, and she kept making stuff on her page, just basically trying to like demonize me, villainize me, and be like, yeah, along the lines of like, don't support this person. She's spreading lies, and I was like, wow, this is really getting real. Like people are. This is how you know it's working. Like once you start to get that negative feedback of people like trying to tear you down, that's a sign you better keep going. And it took me a while to recognize that, but like I felt really bad. Like I'm such an empath, so when I feel that I've hurt somebody or I've made somebody uncomfortable, I take that personally, and then I had to realize, okay, this is the internet. This is different. I don't understand if it's in person. I did something wrong. Like I'm a own up. I'm gonna take accountability, but like I did not mean to do all that. Come on now.
Yeah. People be doing the most sometimes. Like, please. Yeah.
They will really make you out to be this like demon online without knowing you at
I
all.
need everyone to remember the internet is not a real place. Please.
And do not
I've
police
I've
people's
I've
social
I've
media.
had to block people who have slid into my DMs on some bullshit, and it's just like, first of all, I don't know you. Second of all, the fuck out of my DMs, and then it's an automatic block. I remember one time I said something about this girl once on Facebook, and one of, I guess, somebody that liked her or supported her was in my DMs like, you need to go and apologize to her. Bitch, who are you? Excuse me? I don't know. Blocked, delete, don't ever come back on my page again. And then just, men, I've gotten a couple of dick pics. Or, oh, I like how you hold
I
that
hate
mic,
that
girl.
so
You should hold my
bad,
mic like
please.
that. If you don't come out, if
I
you don't
hate
come
that
out of my
so
DMs,
bad.
sir,
I hate that so bad.
sure.
Please. Put that
But
shit away.
that's all just assholes that just have that always want to be funny or something like that. And I remember earlier on in like media when they would do that or they'd send me like dick pics or whatever, I would go ahead and post it online. Because why are you sending it to me? And a couple of times my page had to go down. I blocked out the name and Mary blurred it up a little bit. But if you're gonna send me unsolicited dick pics, that means that you're okay with everybody else seeing it. So we're gonna post it. We're gonna post it.
Danielle though, Danielle, but like, what about the eyes of the people?
I mean, I would blur it out a little bit or just do the bottom, in order not to make my
That's what they
page
get.
get censored. But, like, again, like, if you're going to be crazy, then we're going to be crazy. Because I didn't ask you for that. First of all, ew. And second of all, ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I'm a lady, goddammit.
I hate that. Please, put that away.
And it's very weird. Why are you doing that? Sir, good
Yuck.
morning.
It's a no.
Yeah. Grand Rising Queen? Listen.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. One time a man asked me, because I was going off about hoteps. I used to stay going off on the internet. Oh, my God. What a great time. But this man asked me, he was like, what's a hotep? And I said, it's the thing you see when you look in the mirror. Please. It's that.
Wait,
And
what is
goodbye.
it? What?
A hotep?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's those, the tin foil wearing.
Super
Them- yeah.
Afrocentric, black pride, black, what is it?
Those.
Dr. Umar.
Okay, yeah, Dr. Umar types.
Rising.
But those would be the ones. The reason why I went at him like that specifically was because like my poetry is very like erotic sometimes. Some of my poetry, and online, like in the comments, he's talking about telling me what I need to do, what not do, and blah blah blah. But in my DMs, trying to slide. I said, sir, get that ass up out of my comments and DMs.
Now when you go Google it, you'll be like, oh.
Yeah, you'll see. They're not hard to find. They're not hard. They're right there. They sell incense. Okay, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
Hey, yo, say something motivational.
Nigga, do you?
Okay, we're back from our break. How we feeling, guys? Yeah? Delicious, yeah? All right. Danielle, my question is for you. Is there any part of yourself that you protect from the camera or the mic?
Oh, no. I pride myself on being extremely transparent to a fault. And that has gotten, again, me into a lot of trouble oftentimes. Even when I try to suppress who I'm putting out there, it usually kind of circles back around in some type of way or form later on in a situation. So I guess the most that I protect is most likely my son. You know, like I'm I don't hide him from the world or anything like that. But I do know that there's mean people out there, and I do often just want to make sure that, you know, of all the things to play with, it's not him. You know, like
Okay.
people can be very, and you know, like he's fine, but you know, and I post him when I need to, but I just make sure that everybody knows that, you know, it's always love over here, and that who you don't play with is my family, and my dog. Yeah.
I completely
Yeah.
understand that. For a
Um,
long time,
yeah.
people did not know I was a mom.
Yeah,
feel
like people like, oh, you had a kid? Yeah, I mean, I post them. I'm not gonna post them every day for y'all to
Yeah.
be all up in my business. But you know, for the most part, he is a child, and he will remain in a child's place. And no matter how anybody feels about me, that's just one thing we're not gonna do.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
doing that. Okay. This next question is for everybody. Has your work ever cost you something personally, and was it worth it?
Oops, my bad. Yes. So along this podcasting journey, I was in this for 7 years, and I started out as Talking Time with Randy, where I didn't have structure. And as you guys can tell, I'm a little out there, right? So because I just thought grabbing the mic and talking was what you're supposed to do, I was really like saying shit like that I had no business saying, talking about people in my city that I didn't give a fuck about. Like, you heard me say it, come find me.
I have a question. Are those posts still up? I would like to watch.
Talking Time with Randy is up
On YouTube? I will be
I
checking that
didn't
out.
hide them. They're still up. The last episode, it was actually like me and my best friends and me. I had to like, I don't know if I hit it or something, but like that was the last time I posted as Talking Time with Randy because it really stirred some shit.
Ooh.
It cost me like a romantic relationship.
Ooh.
Didn't give a fuck.
Ooh.
But like I said what I said, you know. So
Yeah.
but from there it was a learning lesson. For me it was like, okay, podcasting is talking, but how about we talk with intention? Like you don't need to
Yeah.
use this as a diary. Like I want you guys to know me, love me, respect me, but I don't want you guys to be in my business or feel like I'm trying to hurt you. And once I got out of that hurt and anger stage that I was in, I rebranded as Blunt Talk Podcast.
I like. Yeah.
Always get kind of threatened with that. Again, just leading back to being pretty outspoken. I recently did another podcast. Shout out to Charlie and Bells at CW. Yes, I never get the letters right. And on that podcast, I kind of wild out. Like
I did see a clip.
yeah. Yeah. I
said, I
wild
know
out because for the first time in a long time, I was able to really kind of drop the professional coat. It was a safe space because I've known them for a long time. And, you know, like I understand the culture of the podcast. And it's about, you know, really just kind of, we're going to talk that shit here. And I went on and let me tell you, after that podcast, I went home in silence because I was like, fuck.
Right.
Damn.
It was really good.
Thank you.
Right.
Good feedback. But I was shook. That night, I literally didn't sleep because I was like, things are going to come out that I said on that podcast about people or whatever that I don't take back. Again, I said what I said, but maybe I should have used different words or different language. And even after like the clips, like the podcast came out and I was sweating, I listened to it and I was like, actually, it's not that bad. I curse a lot, but I'm very well spoken. So I was like, oh, I am smart cusser. But then when the clip started to come out, I was like, damn. Now it's going to be a visual aspect to it. It's going to be something that people see. And I know how they are, so they're going to clip it up in a way that is going to
Charlie
whatever. And I was
definitely
like,
clipped
oh. But when it came out, again, these things always surprise me. People always surprise me. I got a call from one of my therapist friends, and she said, kudos to you for finally letting it out. She was like, you take so much shit and you take it, you always, you know, kind of take it on the chin, and you never address it in the way that you should. And for the first time, I saw you actually sit there and let it out. And I was like, oh, good, because one of my other friends was like, I didn't like how you said it, and you could have used other words. I was like, fuck you, I said what I said. Why are you saying that? You're my friend. I didn't mean it. And like we went back and forth for a couple of days, and he really kind of hurt me the way that he judged the words that I use and not really validating why I use them, because I let shit slide so much because I have to maintain this persona and I have to maintain this visual aspect of who people want me to be, a community activist, a girl's girl, this and that. And it bothers me. It tears me up inside to sometimes take the high road and not say anything, or, you know, like listen to people like, let it go. You don't got to address people that's beneath you. Yes, the fuck I do. Because those people beneath me often have platforms of their own that are shaping the way that other people are going to see me. So if I'm not defending myself, and if I'm not at least standing up for myself and saying, hey, your actions cause this reaction, then I'm not doing myself any justice. Like you were saying earlier, sometimes I get so involved with protecting the community and protecting everybody else that I forget to protect myself. And for the first time, I just felt like I could just be myself, say what I wanted to say, and it felt friggin' good, because even this other girl just hit me up, was like, I listened to the podcast. It was really good, because I be seeing shit that people be saying about you, and I'm wondering if you see them or not. I see it all. I see it all. If I don't see it myself, somebody screenshot it to me and send it to me, and I'm supposed to sit there and close my mouth. Well, fuck that. I am tired. I am exhausted. I'm doing a lot. And if me expressing how I feel makes you feel negative about all the rest of the work that I break my ass to do and to support and to show you and community and all kinds of stuff, then it wasn't meant to be. And it was like, but what about sponsors? The sponsors ain't come yet, and I ain't did nothing to them. So now I'm saying shit. If the sponsors don't come, it wasn't meant to be. So fuck it all, and drops mic.
She said what she said.
Dramatic.
She said what she said.
But yeah, that.
Okay, well that answers that. Did anyone else want to answer that question?
I just want to build on that. Like, the media is such a double-edged sword. There's so many narratives within it. There's like your narrative, and then there's people perceptions of what your narrative is, and there's so much room for interpretation, and you're being seen in so many different ways, and you're just hoping that, like, whatever, so many different perspectives. And I think it's so important for us as the creators, as the main characters of our narratives, to like really know what our story is, and don't lose sight of what that is. Don't lose sight of what your truth is. And there are gonna be other people who will, like, some people are masterminds. They will make you question, like, oh wait,
Right.
maybe I did come off a little too off on that. Maybe that is. Did I actually say that? Like, it's crazy. People will really make you question what your story is, and what you were saying, when you know very well what you're trying to say. Yeah, and people will really make you question your intentions. But I think it's super important, especially with just the media and just the concept of being seen on any type of platform, really going into it, knowing exactly who you are and exactly what you stand for, so that nobody can tell you different.
You know what I was just thinking as you were talking? Going back to the rebrand.
Yeah.
I didn't care about what I said. Yeah. But I realized that I was communicating at a level that I wasn't on their level of communicating with. Like, I'm very blunt, and some people take that very wrong. Yeah, they want you to say it nicely. Yeah. So once I gave up, like you said, miscommunication, I didn't miscommunicate shit. Yeah. You don't understand the words that came across my mouth. That's a you problem. I'm going to not switch up what I'm saying, but what I will do is I'll keep it a little bit cuter. Like, I'll say it, as I watch the Joe Budden podcast, tricky words. I'll say it with tricky words then. You know what I mean? Because people just can't, they don't have the level of comprehension, or they choose not to communicate. People don't choose to
respond to have a conversation. It's a
Yeah.
response, just a response, just to say some shit. Like, did you hear what you said? Or are you just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Oh, that part. Like people, there's like no critical thinking. It's like the first assumption that
part
the
right
first assumption that people
Yeah.
listen.
Or
People,
like thinking outside of themselves.
yeah, they'll believe the first thought that comes into their mind. They'll just be like, okay, yeah, that's the fact. That's the
Yeah.
truth. Versus like, why don't you ask clarifying questions? What happened to asking
Whatever happened to
questions?
that?
What do you mean by that? What are you trying?
Yeah.
Why can't we have a conversation?
Exactly. Like it's a lost art, clearly.
Learn from each other. Why are we talking?
Right.
You know what I need? I need you to host a workshop about asking questions.
Can we do that? I would love to. Yeah, actually. I would. Yeah. Write that down.
Come on.
Okay. So. Huh? Ooh. We're gonna get into that, cause now, okay. Stax, this is for you. This is for you. I'm about to turn the tables on you just for a little bit. So you moderated a panel with Boston talent managers maybe about a year and a half ago. A year ago.
wow.
So, yeah. Like I said, all up
Archives.
in the business. And you asked them outside of the visions they've fostered for others, what are they most proud of? And I would love to know, what is Stax most proud of?
Jeez.
She
Jeez.
hit you with some questions today.
No, see, I love asking questions. Very rare times where people ask me the same questions that I ask. And when people do that, where it's like, I ask the question and then they ask it back at me, I'm like, I didn't ask the question for you. What? Oh, man, what am I proud of? What am I proud of? Oh, I wasn't prepared for this question. Wow. This season that I'm in right now has been very transformative. Even just in these past few months, a lot of inner transformation, a lot of, as I mentioned, just like I had to break myself down. I had to grieve a version of myself. I'd never done that in my life. I didn't know you could grieve a living person, let alone yourself.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh no. Every 3 years. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Am I the youngest one on this panel? Is that okay? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the perspective. I'm proud. I think I'm most proud that despite all of the negativity I've faced, all of the darkness that has come my way, mind you, even from my own family, and that was really, I think that was the most shocking thing I've ever experienced in my life. I didn't know that family could turn on you like that and treat you like a stranger. So despite all these things that I faced from people left and right, I'm so proud that I'm not jaded. I'm so proud that I still feel my light and I still feel radiant. I still feel like my candle is aflame. And I come across so many people, especially adults, and it makes me sad. It makes me really sad to meet other people who like are just cold, especially in this city. There's so many cold people, and I don't blame them because of all the things they've been through. And when you get your trust broken a certain amount of times, I understand it's gonna break somebody down. It's gonna build walls up. And I pray that like I can hold, cause that energy, that like sparkle in the eye, I don't get to see it a lot. I see it in a lot of youth, naturally, right? I see it in a lot of our youth. I want to see it in more of our adults and our older folks, especially, you know, the folks who've been here for generations and have seen our community evolve over time. I want them to be happy. I want them to have I want them to feel inspired again about where things are going. And this vision that I have, I'm just proud that I still feel it in the same ways that I did when it first popped into my head, when God first gave me this vision in the first place. Yeah, I'm proud that I'm still light.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you for that question. I really appreciate
Of course, yes. Okay, this is for everybody. So, have you ever been a bad friend during a good season in your life?
I think Issa Rae said it. She did. There was a clip of her going around where she was talking about a bad friend, and I really related to that a lot. I think that I am a good friend. I'm not a good follow-upper.
Mm,
If that makes sense. Like, I'm not the friend who's going to buy you
like
flowers,
the
and
maintenance.
yeah, I'm not going to call
Yeah.
you every day, and I'm not going to make sure you're okay. But if you ever needed me, oh, I'm there. I'm
Yeah.
dropping everything. You need to take a road trip, you need to kill somebody, I am there. Accomplice 100. But I'm not the friend who's going to buy you roses on your anniversary or send
Yeah.
you a card or things like that. I honestly just don't actually have the bandwidth to even think about it. Like, I
Yeah.
want, like, I think about these things like, oh, I should make her a nice basket with all of her favorite things or all of his favorite things. And I just be like, the day comes and I'm like, oh damn, let me stop in here and get a card real quick, scribble my name on it, and put $3 in it because that's all I got. But I want to be the one who does all of the sweet things because I think about them. I just don't know how to execute them because life be lifing.
Yeah.
And I got ADHD, and sometimes I'm
Bad.
like, "Ooh, let's do it," and then the wind blows, and I'm like, "Ooh,
Yeah, easily distracted.
butterflies." Now I have no idea what's going on. And now your birthday is here. So I like to say I'm a great friend. I'm just not that friend that is going to always do the cute shit and kind of follow up and touch base. Sometimes I don't talk to my friends for months, and when we do talk, it's like, oh, okay,
I feel like
let's
those
go
are the
get
realest
tacos.
friendships, though.
Yeah, they
Like,
are because everybody is busy, and
Yeah.
despite what anybody thinks, life is really just happening around us, and it gets harder and harder every day. And I think that people who love you and people who understand you understand that if I need her, she's there, but she ain't gonna be the one who sits on the phone with me for 3-4 hours of the day. I'm not that girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am ADHD, and like everything you said, that is why. Like I can be there for you. I can do everything, but I can also out of sight, out of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can also not see you for a whole month, but when I do see you, it's like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm just yeah, I'm just super ADHD, and like that's one thing that I would say. Like sometimes I might come off as an absent friend, but it's just like I might not be reaching out all the time, but if you did, don't worry, I got you. I'm there.
Right.
It's just like I'm sorry, I have ADHD.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I blame it on that.
I would piggyback off of these two ladies. I'm the friend. I'm gonna go ahead and cook for you, and we're gonna clean. Don't tell me if you have no life problems, really, because if it's not something that we can make a solution in our conversation, to be honest, because I'm gonna be there to clean and do all the things. You might have to talk to me about your depth of your life while I'm doing a thing that you actually need to do. That's all I got for you, though. Like, I'm good. I'll do all the errands, but I can't. You gonna have to talk to me while I'm doing your errands. Like, that's it.
See, that's love, though. That's love.
I hope it is.
Yeah. I hope they can receive it.
I'm the low maintenance friend. I don't require all.
Yeah, I don't need
I don't
that.
require that.
I
I
need
am
it.
not going to be the high. Like I'm not gonna subscribe to your high maintenance shit.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna sound really mean, and I'm not saying it like this because relationships with your friends are very important. I'm not fucking you. Why am I doing all these extra things? Like that's not my role. Right now, my role is to be a sister, and we sisters don't fuck each other, right? I'm gonna be your sister. I'm gonna be here for you emotionally, whatever you need. Again, if you need that car, I'm pulling.
Yeah.
But all that extra shit, I'm just not with.
Yeah.
I will be that. I work from home. If I'm on chats, we can be on the phone for 3 hours. I don't mind. If you just want to hear me breathe, I'm cool with that. But all that extra gift giving, do this here. I got two kids and a dog.
Yeah.
Dismiss me with that shit. Love you, everybody who's my friend.
Okay, so, Randy. Why you always jump and flinch when I call your name? Okay, so I was watching your pods and whatnot, and you have segments. So her podcast is called Blunt Talk Podcast, and so I love the wordplay. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I want to know which one of your segments is your favorite. Is it Spark a Fact, Bluntly Bite, or Smoke and Speculation?
Smoke and speculation.
Ooh.
Because, okay, I'm a Gemini, so we love all the weird shit. Like, we love to know things, right? So I came up with Spark a Fact because I'm like, there's a lot of conspiracy theories coming up that now it's a great time to talk about if you're a conspiracy theorist, because now everyone's hopping on the bandwagon. So that is my baby.
Ooh.
That's my baby.
Okay.
I love her.
Now I'm going to watch tonight and look for those. I'm going to look for those. All right, this is for everybody again. We're going to talk about love once again, one more time. I know. Brace ourselves. Do you feel like dating or romantic relationships get in the way of or causes delays for women, or for us in media?
You used the big B word earlier.
What, bitch?
Boundaries.
I thought too. I was like,
B word.
who did we call a
The other
bitch?
B word?
The other one, but we use
Boundaries?
boundaries.
Oh, that.
And I feel like, as we talked about, the fragile ego of a man sometimes, there's just certain things you can't do. If your man has an issue with said person and said person is a creative, it would be best that you don't do that shit.
Yeah.
And it is sometimes, or if it's not even like a problem, but it's just like, I just don't like him, or I just know there's an underlying whatever, it can cause friction, because it's like, why? Like, do you not trust that I know how to manage my pussy?
Come on now.
Great pussy management, babes. Or are you trying to hinder me and stifle me? Because if you were for me, then you would know that I'm never going to put myself in a position that would fuck it up.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm never going to cross that boundary. And that's the only thing that I would see is hard as a woman in this space, because it's like, because we're so free.
Yeah.
It's like they have to control something.
I don't like that.
And it's like, why?
Right.
Why?
Right. Go build a house or something. You know what I'm saying?
Go build a house. We could go through a whole living. Pick the cop. She know how to do it. You know how to
Right. I'm saying.
Yeah, now I resonate with that. It all comes down to how secure are you within yourself as a man.
Yeah.
And specifically with me, I'm very friendly. I'm not flirty, but
Yeah.
I'm friendly.
I feel that.
I'm very open. I love all types of people. I don't love them all like that, but I do love all people, and that has definitely, out of everything, that's probably been the thing that's popped up the most, especially when it comes to anyone of the opposite gender. But for me, I find it frustrating that concern only pops up when it's when I'm talking to other guys. It's like, it's a fine line between, like, you know, understanding their boundaries and respecting their boundaries, but also, like, are you insecure? What is this? What is this projection? Like, let's get to the root of what this
Let's
is
turn
really
that on. Yeah.
all these words.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think it just comes down to the two people, or however many people in that relationship. It comes down to those people and what they believe, really. Like, everybody deals with things differently. It comes down to one, like we were talking before, love languages, communication, and boundaries. If you're willing to be like, okay, fine, you can tell me who and I can and cannot work with, great, you'll have a great relationship. If you don't want to do that, then say no, and then there'll be another person who's just as great.
Right.
It's just like, you just really gotta.
Right.
Here are the boxes. Check them
gotta
off.
weed
If they
them
don't
out.
check you out.
Yeah, because don't tell me what to do. So let's start there.
I think the dating phase too is just a little bit hard because you don't know, like, kind of like if this person is going to be a person. And I do believe that when they're not your person and you're trying to make it work, it becomes a very big distraction. And like for people who are very busy, distracting me in a negative way like that, or triggering, random feelings or insecurities or whatever, I find that it really does take me away from my creative space. And that's when that's the biggest red flag. Like if you're distracting me in a way that takes me away from being able to concentrate on things that I actually need to do, then that's probably not a good relationship. And I feel like sometimes, again, getting lonely, you're trying to fight for a relationship. You want to make sure that you're doing all the things. You want to be soft and you want to, be feminine and all kinds of stuff. But if that is distracting you in a way that it is like making you think about, like this relationship more over than, chasing the bag or taking care of the kids or whatever, I feel like that's where you kind of have to pull away and just kind of shut shit down. And that's hard, especially when you're looking for love and you want to be with someone and stuff and you want it to work. You just have to pay attention to what they are distracting you from. If it's a good distraction, okay,
Right.
we're being babies and we're in the house, we're hugging. But if you're making me think too much about stupid shit, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. And as hard as it may be to let that go, sometimes you just got to let that go. Yeah.
Honestly.
Same.
And I never regret it when I do. I don't. Like, I don't.
You really want it to work, but you was doing too much distracting.
Too
You got to go,
much.
you got to go.
And like the patience is thin. Mine, I don't got it. I don't got it like that. I have a lot of things, but not that. Okay. So what does power look like for a woman in media versus what we're told it looks like for women? What is it actually?
It looks like money.
Shit, say that. For real.
It looks like money. It looks like abundance. And it looks like wealth. And it looks like financial freedom in general in your spirit, because we be in chains over these monies.
Come on.
Yeah.
It looks like having a life where you can just push to start the whip. That's all.
Ooh,
That's all I got.
I like that. Yeah.
She said.
Okay. I mean, does she speak for all of us? I feel like. Nicole, for you, what doors has been the hardest to open in your particular lane?
So I would say right now I'm trying to open the door of assistant directing more. I was a producer for 8 years at a fashion company. So it's a very similar role to assistant directing. But I think that, like, people will say, like, the industry is very cliquey or whatever. But being a freelancer and being able to get gigs and get on sets, I'm realizing that it's not about, DJ DaCosta taught me this, it's not about who you know, it's about who knows you. So if you do a good job on set, you're going to get recommended other places.
Yeah.
So right now, that is what I'm trying to do, because a lot of the time when getting booked for roles like that, it's not like everything is so fast-paced that they're not looking through resumes, they're not looking through the internet. It's who knows who that has availability and capability to do this at this time. So it's like when the stars align, you get that really good job.
Yeah.
So I would say right now that's like kind of what I'm trying to conquer, and like slowly doing that. And it's really just like not being afraid to reach out.
Yeah.
Like CTD Productions, love them. I went to college with Keeks and Cheney, and they were doing their own thing years later, I hit up Keeks last year and was like, hey, I want to get back on set more. Whatever you got, let me know.
Yeah.
And now I'm working with them more, and then being on set with them, I meet other people. They recommend me. Now I'm doing other random pharmaceutical shoots and shit. And so, yeah, it's really just getting through that door. Yeah.
Wow. That's good to know. Somebody needs that.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So this is for everybody. Looking back, what would you do now what do you know now that you didn't know in the beginning?
Everything. I know there's still more to learn in what I'm doing, and when I'm not doing or recording, I'm researching and trying to figure out how to keep progressing. But just like I said in the beginning, I was literally ranting. It was just a Kanye rant, okay?
Yeah.
It was just Kanye rant. Yo, you said fuck me, bitch, fuck you. I didn't care. And then I had to realize, it's just real life. You have to hold, this digital footprint.
Yeah.
What is your purpose?
Yep.
Yes, you have a mic. Yes, you have a voice. But what are you trying to portray to these people? What is your overall message? What do you want these people to know about you, love about you, hate about you? What do you want these people to know?
Yeah.
And then also, what do you want to be remembered for? So during this journey, it's in the beginning, I wish I didn't rant. In the beginning, I wish I had a better camera. In the beginning, I wish I never had a fucking co-host. I said it. I wish I just did it by myself. No, no. Different strokes for different folks, babe. We'll talk about that off camera, honey.
Off
But
camera.
I just wish I wasn't so scared to bet on myself, where I felt like I needed to have that person because he had the tools. I could get the tools. Back in the day, 7 years ago, podcasting, it wasn't popular, right? So you're over here a camera, that's $1,000, bro. What the fuck? A fucking Alienware computer. You're over here oh, I need all of that. No, you just have to start somewhere. And if I knew that, it would have been a different trajectory. I feel like I wouldn't have so much self-doubt as to where I am right now. Because I don't have self-doubt. I'm that bitch.
Yeah. And you are.
PSA.
You are that bitch.
I think the constant comparison analysis. I feel like I compared myself to every podcast that had two black women on there that was short and tall. I swear to God, I was like, "Ooh, we need to do something more." The tall one doing a lot. She doing a lot. Short one talk a lot. You got to talk more. You know what I'm saying? We were much like you. We were ranting in the beginning seasons and stuff like that. So there was a lot of rapport, and then I had to do some little bit of training because I didn't talk in the first fucking place. So I was like, well, bitch, you not talking well, at all. So how to expand that to classes, and then I had to sit around here and learn how to edit and things like that. So it's I had to surface the reality check of the only comparative analysis that I could do was on myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I would say learning that I have ADHD, learning what that looks like for women, because it looks different for men, and learning how to navigate life with that. Because it gets when you're not getting things done, you doubt yourself. You're like, okay, and then you're down on yourself, and it's just all this guilt. And then you realize, oh, it's just hard to focus on certain things. So I'd have to hyper focus on one thing and get all that shit done. And it's just learning yourself, learning how you work, and giving yourself grace to learn that.
Yeah.
Self-grace.
Yeah.
You have to be nice to yourself as a creative. As a creative, be nice to yourself.
Yeah.
As a creative, be nice to yourself. It is very important to extend yourself grace because, as you said, the comparison is the thief of joy. And as you're over here comparing yourself and your co-host, we got to do this. I'm over here looking at Joe Budden, this nigga a millionaire. I'm like, how the fuck did you doing, man? I'm over here like, I gotta get this money by tomorrow. I gotta get this money by tomorrow. Like, I'm over here, you know what I mean? And you have to take baby steps. Like, it's just, we're always not gonna always have that thing. We have to figure it out. And the biggest, aside from giving yourself grace, pivot. I had to rebrand. Do you know how hard that is to sit here and be like, I had this idea, but now I have to reshape and remold and rebaby and regrow this whole different idea and expound upon that. Ooh, pivot, give grace. Amen.
Yeah. That. Yeah. I would say for me, I would tell what I didn't know, what I would tell my younger self, I guess, is that no one's judging you but you. Honestly, it is all in your head. Like, calm down. Honestly and truly. You know? Like, it just be doing the most. Like,
I also think we. Let me not say we. Maybe it's we. Let me not project that onto everybody here. But at least for me, I really wasn't taking care of myself. Like on a physical level. Like no type of physical discipline besides like being in front of that laptop and editing. Just pumping out content. Trying to batch like the work that is like asked of you as a creative, especially if we're talking about digital. It's not healthy to be sitting down that long and to be looking at a screen for that long. And so what I didn't know, I didn't have as much of a passion for or dedication to actual self-care because I saw it as a waste of time. That's me going for a walk. That's taking time away from me editing. What do you mean? And now I'm living a much more balanced lifestyle. I take time to like go on walks and run and do yoga and do like literally take care of my body. I'm watching the things that I eat now, like simple things. It's the simple things that like when we skip out on them as creatives for the sake of productivity, it ends up having a large impact. And it doesn't, I had to realize it doesn't lead to a sustainable lifestyle. Like I know the choices that I make now are gonna impact me when I'm in my 30s and my 40s. Whatever I do to my body now is gonna be felt later. So I can't forget about that.
yeah, all facts. All facts right there. Okay, I want to do one little last thing. Who is a fan of Insecure? Okay.
Haven't watched all of it.
I love Issa so bad. So we're gonna do a little thing from season 5, episode 7. We're gonna play questions in a hat.
Is that a ski mask?
No. It's not a ski mask. It should be. It should be. So, who wants to go first? Questions? Okay, yes. Here, you take one.
This feels illegal for some reason.
Read your question out loud. Who wants to go first?
Oh, well, I was waiting on Miss Hot Sauce.
Wait, because I know the answer to this, and it keeps
What's
on
your
leaving
question say?
It says, "What is the most unprofessional crush you've ever had?"
Ooh,
Anyone want to switch?
Let me tell you. So, and I can't think of the person right now, but I've had a lot of them because I interview so many people. There'd be like real like state officials and things like that are in there, and I'm sitting there blushing while asking them about policies and laws, and I can't even remember one for right now. But over the summer, I started working with this with this guy from the city, and he wanted to do like children's sports and stuff like that. And every time he would come into my office, or every time he would leave my office, I would like melt in the chair
Hold
Jesus
on.
Christ.
Is he tall, dark, with broad shoulders?
No, but who that one? I probably have a crush on him too. But this one, like every time he came, it was like I was drooling on myself. And the bad thing about it is that he is married too. So like that, like it was just inappropriate
like 360 inappropriate. But to this day, if anything ever happens in that relationship, oh my God,
Call
I'm
your
right
phone.
there. I'm going to be right there for him to support him in all of his grief and endeavors. I love him so much. But shout out to him.
Who got next?
It's me. Have you ever used "I'm focused on my career" as an excuse to avoid being vulnerable? I use that motherfucker all the time.
Oh, me too.
I'm working right now. I don't want to talk. Well, especially when I was in a relationship, because I felt like he was already trying to like be on my downfall. So he would ask me stuff right when I was getting into like the most pivotal parts of my life. I was like, "Bitch, you not following along, nigga?" Like, it was like I announce this shit every weekend. What you mean? Like you don't watch the pod? Like, come on, like what you doing? Like you being stupid. So I always use this as a crutch, or to get out of something, and like my other jobs would be like, well, shit, let me not bust my own self. I'll be sick first. Let me leave there, because I'm not a regular nigga. So I don't know what you talk about. No, I will say that, like, I intertwine being sick and trying to get this money all the time. So I'm like, yeah, I'm sick, but I get this money. Now I gotta focus right quick. Fuck the seizure. I know I just came out of it about 45 minutes ago. Shit, I need to put that tracking number in that motherfucker, because they're getting the merch. You know what I'm saying? Let me snap out. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God.
The classic shake and bake.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness. What about you, Randy? What you got?
What's something you refuse to compromise on anymore? Ever since I turned 30 last year, myself. I said I'm done waiting for people. If I want to do it, I'm just gonna do it. I went to the Chris Brown concert by myself. I listen, girl, I'm outside. If I say, hey, you wanna go? You say maybe. Bitch, fuck you, I'm going. Like, I don't got time to wait no more. I'm trying to be.
That's a good one.
I'm young and turn. I gotta, that's all I got.
Okay.
I like that. That was a good question.
How about y'all? Y'all scared?
That laugh.
Okay. Mine says, have you ever slept with someone in the industry and had to professionally interact with them the next day? How
Who
did
wrote
it go?
that? Who wrote
Y'all
that?
some messy ass messy. No, because if I slept with somebody, I was like dating them.
Okay.
So like obviously
So
it's
that's
not
like
weird.
that's
to see
like a
them.
yes and a half.
So
Yes, no.
it's a nah. 'Cause,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about you? How about you, Stax?
Okay. Have you ever smiled in someone's face at an event, knowing you two had unresolved beef or tension?
Ooh wee.
See,
Ooh.
see, the thing is, this is gonna sound so crazy. I don't have beef like that. Like, I can't remember the last time I really had beef. Like, for someone like me, for you to have beef with me,
Yeah. It's super one-sided. Super.
I felt the energy flow off of you.
Yeah.
and the thing with me, if something is really going on, I'm really bad at like faking it. Like, it's gonna be felt. And specifically with me, I noticed like eye contact for me will be a little more difficult to have, and I'll just like not. I won't radiate. Like I just.
Yeah. It's
You-
very like.
You will feel that. Whatever tension, you will feel that. Cause I feel it, and I can't. I usually feel it in my chest. That's for me. Like I've had something where it feels like heartburn sometimes. Like if it's like really really bad, it doesn't really happen as often now. But yeah, you won't get no smiles from me.
Yeah.
We'll probably just feel it. You want to talk about it, or we can just sit in it, and just be tense.
Yeah. We can be uncomfortable together.
No,
Just stare at each other.
it's up to you. Balls in your court.
Okay. You guys want to do one more round? Okay.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
It would have been.
Okay. One last round.
Wait, so did everybody write these questions in this room? Is that?
No, this is 19.
This is messy.
I thought these were all from you.
What?
I feel
Oh, from
Nice
who?
handwriting.
Oh, I lied. I didn't want a messy quote.
I did.
No, you good.
Do you want to switch it?
It's so cute and nice.
I just need something.
Who wants to go first? You want to start it off, Miss Hot Sauce? Hold the mic.
Let me see. This is ridiculous,
What's your
by the
question?
way.
Who brought that?
You probably shout out your favorite eater or favorite ex.
That's the perfect question for the perfect person. You can give a vague shout
So
out.
okay, so yeah, like I'm shout out to him. I'll just say he's Bayesian. And they are great eaters.
Really? Let me write that down.
We don't speak anymore, but yeah, he was different.
Dang.
He was different. I don't know how. I can't not. Yeah.
Okay. He
No,
might-
you know what?
How will he know who he is? He has a
How
birthmark
he
somewhere?
no, and then okay, there was this other one. I wouldn't say that he was my favorite, but he was my most I don't even know how to express it. But I remember this was when I was a lot younger, and he did something after that was like, the fuck? And I didn't like that, so I stopped talking to him. It wasn't nothing to me. It was what he did with whatever he did.
Don't get my imagination going, because I can
Right.
My mama. What
the hell he did?
What he did was that he gargled it.
Ah! Wait.
Gargles what?
She was gonna say that.
Let me take
Gargled-
this right back. I just remember them people.
Who's?
His?
We gonna talk off
Whatever
camera.
he
Hold on.
did to me and made me express myself, he took that and he gargled it, and I was like, "Oh my god, that is sick!"
Wow.
I never
freaky
spoke
for
to
real.
him
That's a-
before. No, I was in my 20s. That was a core memory because I was like, that's just differently disgusting, and I was like, ugh.
Well, goddamn.
Since then, I've grown up and I don't engage in those types of activities anymore. No, I'm traumatized. I was traumatizing. And you guys triggered.
Bless your heart. Oh my God. Ooh, we're gonna pour you some wine after this. How about
That person will definitely know who he is.
you? Right.
I
Right.
did recently see him again after like 10 years. And I told him, I was like, you did traumatize me that one time. I did, because it's literally a core memory. Because anytime I think about a question like this, I'm like, that one man, great guy, so sweet, so nice. But you are nasty, and I can't. I will not do
May that find me. All right.
Y'all ain't got no sense. None of you. Okay.
How about you, Munchies?
Wait, what you talking to me? I'm so dislodged.
It was terrible.
Discombobulated even. Who in media would you let shoot their shot? No context, no questions. David Banner. I said
Okay.
it earlier.
Okay, you did. I'm not mad at that. He is fine. He is fine.
On top
He
of
looks like a problem, but he is fine.
He is.
Okay. How about you?
What's
Randy?
harder to navigate in media? Ego, envy, or inconsistency? I'm going to say ego on other people's end. It's hard to collab in my area where I'm from because everyone thinks that they're him or her. And it's just like we all just need to be us. Like,
Yeah.
let's be us.
Right,
Like,
right.
let's collab. You
Yeah.
know? So I would say ego from other people for sure. Because inconsistency, you can always get through that seasonal depression,
Right.
revamping,
Right.
pivoting. And envy, it's like,
That's an inside
as you
joke.
said, if you ain't hating, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. So like,
Right.
feel me?
Right.
What is something people would be surprised to know about you? I don't really know. I used to dance,
What kind of dance you talking about?
Oh,
That sounded
let me be specific.
right.
I was on the dance team in high school and college. I choreographed in
Ooh.
college, and yeah, I like
That
to
is
dance.
surprising, actually.
I'm actually going to take one of my first dance classes that I haven't in like fucking years on Monday. Shout out to Sean from Randolph. He does
Ooh,
classes.
that's that is surprising.
So yeah, I be dancing.
Okay.
I'm shaking my ass. And stuff.
Okay. Shaking some ass.
Yeah.
Alrighty. What's your biggest I should have trusted my intuition moment? This is very difficult.
Mm.
Give me a moment.
You want my question?
Do you have the answer to this one?
Yes. Yeah.
Why'd you say it like that?
I mean, I have more. I have more. I can just open this up.
Wait, I'm confused. Because wait, is it just me? What does your partner have to understand about this industry to even have a chance with you?
Yeah.
But don't they already have a chance with you because they're your partner?
To have a solid, long-term, real chance with you. To make it.
Oh, I see. It's funny because my partner actually, maybe God did this on purpose, but he used to work in the industry.
Oh,
He was
so
like,
he gets it.
yeah. Probably on levels that I don't understand. Like, went to LA, had some pretty major placements, was around all the sessions and drugs and just all that side of the industry. He's probably seen the worst of it. Me, I've been, sheltered, from all of that, especially since I decided to stay here in Boston. It's just not the same, obviously, as New York, LA, all of these other places. So if anything, I'd probably flip it on myself. I think I have to understand. I don't know what the future holds for me. I'd like to stay here in the city, especially because I already made a promise. I already made a commitment. So it don't make sense for me to leave, at least until the mission is like 96% there. Until then, I feel comfortable, maybe moving to other cities. I also would like to see how other cities work so I can, a lot of times people leave and then they come back because they find something that's working elsewhere and they bring that knowledge back to the community. But I need to understand that, like, how it is out here is not how it is in the world. Yeah, it is very, very different. And I pray to God that I remain protected regardless of where I go, because I know there's a lot of, especially within like media and entertainment. Listen, I'm just saying this. The devil was a musician, okay? And it can't be a coincidence that like music, media, entertainment is one of the most like demonic industries. The things that go on in this industry are not okay, and it is terrifying. It's actually terrifying. It's horrific. And so, yeah, I just gotta keep all those things into perspective.
Okay, well, that was fun. I love to hear. My question. Oh, wow. I was ready to wrap it up. Okay. What's the worst interview you've ever done, and what happened?
Spill the tea.
Okay. I would say, I don't want to say who this person is because I love them down. Love the confidence. But like when we got on that couch, it was like pulling teeth trying to get answers, anything, a heartbeat, a story, anything. It was very like one sentence or one word, and I was like, damn, this is tough. I gotta keep the energy up. I'm tired already. So that would probably be the worst one.
I'm still stuck
Artist.
at heartbeat, bro.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yes. Hello. Yeah, that was hard. That was hard.
Those are difficult because the artists don't really know how to talk for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like all that mumbo jumbo rapping that y'all be doing.
Right,
Y'all
right,
don't know
right.
how to put together a fucking sentence.
That was
Hello?
hard.
They don't know there's media training.
Right, right.
Come on now.
Yeah. And I can understand because like they're kind of learning as they go. I can tell they're learning as they go. Like it's they're very new, but damn, that was tough.
Like that in real life.
Yeah,
That means you're like that in real life where you might be just that dry.
yeah,
And it's like,
yeah. It was tough. That was tough. Yeah.
And it's exhausting too, like you
It
said. Like,
is.
it pulls a lot of energy out of you. It pulls a lot of energy out of you because you're trying to overcompensate for what they're not being able to
Yeah.
do. So you're doing a lot more than you should. And I've also had like the opposite too, like people who won't shut the fuck up.
Ooh.
Like the question
Yeah.
was 20 minutes ago. It's time to
Yeah.
move on.
That.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I had like icebreakers on deck just in case, because I like to think ahead. I be in the head, and that helped a little bit. Kind of, we played a little game, but still, damn, that was tough.
I will say it's so beautiful that like when you're on the side of media, you understand the art of human connection. Like I feel an energy from all of y'all. We all have like very distinct personalities, which is also part of the job. But like the fact that you have this gift of being able to like connect with people. I think that's such a flex. Like being able to speak and like your word choice and you exude energy and you can
Who
like
you talking about? Me?
talking about
Or
you,
people?
but also everyone.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah. Okay. Nah, because I gotta give y'all flowers. Like
Yeah.
this role is not easy, and like specifically being on the other side of like crafting questions, researching people, curating the space. That is something that a lot of people don't talk about. Like there's a whole art behind that. There's a right
There's
way
work
to
that
do
goes
it. Come
into
on now, journalism,
Hello.
a lost art.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And I handpicked all y'all because even the ones that I never met, Q slash Munchies or Danielle slash Miss Sauce Sauce, okay? But I saw you guys online. I had to. You know what I mean? You guys are so inspiring in your own ways. Everyone's doing their own different thing in media. And I just went through a downswing in my journey. And you guys just gave me, you guys gave me just little pieces of things that I needed. So I hope that, we can be friends in real life.
and you got a friend in me,
Yeah,
sis.
I just followed you, all of you guys, because like Stax, like I don't think I've met. I just did the podcast with them, so that's why I knew her. But I didn't know all of the rest of you guys, and I'm like, those are my homegirls. Like I told somebody, I'm hanging with my homegirls. Who are they? I have no idea, but they're my friends. Yeah, shout outs to all of you guys because we'll definitely connect some more.
I'm so happy you said that because I'm such a fan.
Yes.
Love hot sauce.
I love this so much. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Show and Tell Boston Women in Media panel. On 3, we're going to say, come meet the family. You guys ready? Yeah. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Come meet the family.
Ah!
We said family.